Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid and we're hopping back into our game with early age Yomi. Turn 15 in Ring World. So let's hop into it. We've got a message from Abyssia. Pancor Systems, beware, the Elvish war machine is on the move. The first victim appears to be Saramadia. We must band together and support Saramadia in the best way we all know how through a Twitter hashtag, Save Saramadia. Is what I propose. We should also change our Facebook profiles to have a flag of Saramadia in the background. It's truly the best way to assist with mini hash browns and insta-hots. Flying around, the elves surely have no chance. So we have that. We also, much more importantly, we have found 4 magic sites. So let's check these out. Tomb of Ancients. This is a super rare site. And very good. Chamber of Change and Mineral Cave. Mineral Cave's E1. I'm not sure what the other ones are. There's our Mineral Cave. Chamber of Changes. So we have a 20 alteration bonus, which is pretty sweet. Theoretically, we could put Mother Roke up with it, but we cannot move our Pretender. So, whoops. I don't know if there's any... I mean, obviously you have Wish, which is one of the biggest alteration spells. But coming down here, Ice of the Sea, no thank you. Iron Walls, maybe. Wizard Tower, that we could totally do that out of there. We've got really good earth magic. And then Utter Dark is not the worst thing that a free spawn in a Blood Nation could put up in the late game. So, not super useful, but it also gives us an Earth Gem. And then we have Tomb of the Ancients, which is 4 death gems. Thank you very much. We are basically turning into some kind of Airmore with our gem production. I mean, this is a huge amount, and we are going to turn those into Shikomi, but we need to get our research up a bit higher first. We have a battle. We are raiding on top of Femoria. He has a castle over here. With a fair amount of PD. I think this is about 15 PD, if I had to guess. It's got these kind of cool Fomorian militia. They don't have very good morale, but they hit pretty hard. And some slingers. Unfortunately for the militia, we have a Dione that has a hat, so he will not be going down to the Lucky Head Strike. And yeah, he's already at 25 protection. Summoning Earth Power actually gives you +3 if you're Earth 2, because Earth 2 doesn't count towards adding protection, but when you go up to 3 it does, so that's actually kind of a nice little boost. There's Blessing. Now we probably are going to have Iron or Stone Skin, okay. And yeah, now we are up at a very healthy 27. So, yeah, we're not going to take any damage, and we're probably going to throw out Skeletal Body so that all their little spears don't do anything. And yeah, now we don't care about anything they do. Okay, they hit me for 2 and 7, so that, you know, that's not bad for them. But we're regenerating far more than that, and they're just going to stand there while we throw our little fireballs at them, and hopefully we can get a few more chops in. Got to work on that experience. And then Femoria attacks Lanka here. So he has a big bunch of giants, and I think we kind of expected him to move here. So I think Lanka was trying to dodge this. Okay, we do see recuperation interesting, and I didn't know this, but I think recuperation works even if you're not blessed. Yeah, interesting. I guess it would have to work that way, otherwise it wouldn't work in the map move phase. So that is pretty cool. I guess it doesn't really do anything in combat, but... Okay, so if we look around, we've kind of shut Femoria down. He had a bunch of territory over here. We've taken all that. We are checking this fort, so we're going to slow down mage production and troop production and take some income. though not much. And then, yeah, the thing is, we cannot kill all these giants. So I've done some tests. These giants hit pretty hard, especially with this attack blessed they have, and then they'll probably get a little blood surge from killing my dudes. But here, watch what happens after they're blessed. So they're going to have pretty high morale. 21 morale is really high, so awe isn't going to do much to stop them with 21 morale. And then in addition, they hit really hard. 23 damage, it'll be more if they get a blood surge off from killing my little free spawn wolves. And then pretty high attack. Let's check someone else out up here. Yeah, 1427, so a lot of damage. And then piercing is going to do a pretty good job at going through armor. And one Dione is not going to make it. That's kind of the summary. I've done some testing, and one Dione with not much of any gear cannot make it. He doesn't die very quickly, but he probably won't be able to kill maybe one before he goes. So we're not going to do that. We're going to jump back over here. We could jump down here, but I kind of am a little worried about getting him trapped. At this point in time, I kind of want Lanka to run into those giants. I don't really have the tools to kill them yet. Once I get some items, we can probably change that. The other thing is, and this is kind of cool, we have our lab here, and we do have some items coming in. Specifically, the other... Okay, we can kind of... We do much better against the giants if we're low fatigue. If we're low fatigue, and especially if we have two Dione together, and to get low fatigue, we need different armor, so that we don't have this really heavy samurai armor. If we have two of them together, they can kill all the giants, so that will be okay. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're hopping back over here. We are continuing to shuttle more barbs up this way. We site searched here. Here's where we found our treasure trove of magic gems. We're going to continue on site searching. And yeah, I think that's it. What was the site we found here? Okay, Deep Crevasse. That was up here. So this was another Earth site we found for Lanka. That is something you can site search your allies' provinces. We are relinquishing this fort. We're going to give it to Lanka. Yomi does not have the ability to go past palisades, and unlike Micklin, which also cannot go past palisades, our palisades give no commander point bonus, so we can... Everybody's slow to recruit, basically, all of our mages. So we're going to get one more demon priest. We're going to try to relinquish this province here, and then we're going to take this guy. He site searched here. He's going to come site search here. We're really going to focus on site searching. With even a little bit of construction, and with Lanka's going to go up to construction 4. We are going to have very good outlets for our gems. So I'm going to focus site searching really hard this game, because our Dione really needs some items to really shine. And therefore we want to make them for him. Try to think what else. I think that is about it. Yeah, we're basically just shuttling around. So I think we'll go ahead and pull up the next turn, which is turn 16. Turn 16. Okay, so we got a bunch of things in from Lanka. Let's talk about it. We got Ranger's Boots, and these are going to give us a little bit of reinvigoration. And then we got 2 armors. And then we got some Earth and Fire gems, because Lanka cannot spin those. So a message from Abyssia, you can read it if you'd like. A message from Agartha. A nap 3 sounds good to me. I'll take you up on that offer. When it comes to other nations, I know that Micklin, Calum, and Utgard and Atlantis are all on the lowest planet of the map. I've seen Oceania, and a large western province. Beyond that, I don't have much information, I'm afraid, as my expansion is already quite unfortunate. A bit of bad luck goes a long way when you have to deal with moving through caves. This is true. I do appreciate your consideration when it comes to the Bone Tribe. While I recognize it's partially in your interest to do so, it's nice to have thoughtful neighbors. A message from Kalisa, hashtag me too. So, the site we found, a Well of Pestilence, which we kind of knew was here because we had death scales. If you have death scales in a province, you probably have a Well of Pestilence there. There's a few other things it can be, but most of the time it's a Well of Pestilence. So, you get nice little things like this guy getting diseased. Most importantly, we had some events. We're going to watch this battle here in a second, but look at this. 4,129 gold. That's like 4 turns of income for me. Plus a Ring of Returning, which I don't know how I'm going to use this. Because most of the guys I would put it on, like maybe I could put it on Daitango and stuff when they come out so they don't die. But yeah, this is like a really good item. It's a 15 gem item, kind of hard to forge. Plus 11 fire gems, and then 7 other miscellaneous gems. This is one of the better events in the whole game, and it just happened to us pretty early. Another event, 145 gold, just to round things out, throwing in a free sword. Now the sword is not a very good sword, Black Steel Sword's not great, but I had this guy up here is just punching with his fist because he's wearing a shield. So we can give that to him potentially, but there's no lab nearby, so I don't know. We'll probably hold on to it for a while. Anyway, that's huge. What that means is we get to put up lots of forts. It also means, because I'm a good partner, we're going to give a lot of that to Lanka. I do really want to get Lanka's blood economy going. So I've now given him a fair amount of gold, because I gave him about 500 or 600 gold earlier when I had an event, and I'm giving him a lot now. So this is giving him a good start on the game. Another reason why it is good to partner with me in Disciples games. Very friendly. Now, we're going to be building a lot of forts. One of the I think my strategy is going to be, I'm going to try to fort a lot of these higher income farmlands. The mountain provinces, I'll probably temple and lab, but I probably won't fort. And then I'll just crank out one of these ladies a turn, or every other turn. And I think that's okay. If I have labs here, especially if I have people researching at it, it's actually kind of well defended once I'm a little higher in alt, or no, I'm already there. Okay, once I'm at alt 4, because then I can give them each a nature gem and they can cast Swarm if anybody tries to raid it. So lab and temples actually are pretty safe, but just temples by themselves are pretty vulnerable. So anyway, we're going to be moving this guy here so we can build a fort. Let's see where else I have forts coming up. I think I'm building one here, which is kind of shitty building one on a Well of Pestilence, but a lot of the dudes I get, like the Oni Shugo, they're demons, so they don't really care if they can still get diseased, but they don't really suffer any penalties from it, I believe. So we're building a palisades here. I think we're probably going to build one down here too. I want to block off all the entrances to the planets with the fort so that we are less appetizing to raid, because raiding is one of the dangerous things for us. And then we are switching our research up. And I think I'll talk a little bit about it now. We are going up Construction 3. And that is going to open up Legions of Steel, which in conjunction with having Bracers of Protection is going to give us very high protection. At a very low encumbrance, which is what we want. But it will give us a very, very high protection. Enough that we're not going to care about these giants. The other thing that we're having to worry about is, and this is another reason I'm being pretty careful, it's turn 16, so it's totally possible that this guy has construction researched, and if he does, I know he has fire on his god, and his god is awake now because we saw recuperation. Let's watch this Lanka battle while we're talking about it. What that means is that he could definitely be making holy scourges, and then a few of those equipped on a few commanders could do just huge amounts of damage to us. The thing that I'm probably lucky about is I don't know if he has any fire income, so it may be very difficult for him to forge them, because Formoria does not get it by default. So, yeah, he may not have fire income. That's kind of what I'm banking on. But he could trade for it, because we're in a big game with a lot of players. And if I were another player and I knew Fomori was 1v2, I would be so happy to trade them Fire Gems for anything else so that they could hopefully kill some Dione and some Palanxas for me. Anyway, we're going to come back in. We're going to raid. In this case, we're going to be doing it in a weird way. This is kind of dangerous. We're going to be sending in this dude. He's got some armor on now, which has got his encumbrance way down. He also, this is my one with unequaled obesity, so his encumbrance, he gets 3 just from this trait, but he has a ton of HP, so it's kind of worth it. If we can control the fatigue, which now we can because we have these ranger boots, which are going to give 2 reinvigoration, which combined with earth power will give us 6 reinvigoration, which is higher than our encumbrance, so we're fatigue neutral at least. Our spellcasting encumbrance kind of sucks still, but whatever. So we're going to send him in to raid, and I do want to start chopping away at the fort wall, so I'll send some barbarians in behind him. Also, if he does any weird shenanigans with his giants, barbarians are going to be able to kill giants. Not maybe super quick, but they will be able to. So we'll send them in. I think that these guys will almost certainly run past my dude before he's done with the buff cycle, but that's what we got. And I think that's about it. But there's also the option there's just like 1 or 2 PD here. We're also going to be taking this because, as far as I'm concerned, this is all our land now. So we will go ahead and kill these indies, and yeah, I think that's about it. We could be doing Iron Skin, I probably should, but anyway, we've got Stone Skin scripted. You have to worry more about lightning from Fomori than you do cold, though certainly he could forge like cold items if he saw me using Stone Skin a lot, because I'm worried about lightning. Okay, meanwhile, we're moving all the way up here. This guy's carrying a few Kooni, and those will be helpful for knocking down this fort wall. But yeah, he's moving all the way up. I kind of wanted him to site search before he moved, and in some ways that would have been nice, but we're not going to. We're just going to get these guys up here. I do have an additional black steel plate, so what that means is I can give it to 1 more Dione, and it's going to increase his map move and lower his encumbrance. So where's one of these guys? Like, this is kind of... So this guy's encumbrance is 2 now. And this is one of the biggest issues for Dione, is getting that encumbrance down. So this is much, much better. And he's got pretty high base protection. It'll be really high once he does Earth Power and Stone Skin or Iron Skin. So anyway, should be good. Don't know where all his dudes are going, but we are totally going to go squat on top of this fort. Other things... I think we had tried relinquishing last turn and it didn't work, and that is because his commander who was there was stealthy. So you need to have a visible commander to relinquish. It's kind of just how that works. So we're going to try relinquishing again. Meanwhile, we're going to make another Demon Priest. And then we're going to head down this way with this Demon Priest so we can go ahead and start a fort construction or... yeah, or start templing these things up. We're building a temple here. I'm getting all my mountains templed, which are like here and here. I think I've got some more mountains. Yeah, mountain here. These are all mountainy. This is mountainy. So I can get all these templed up too. And I think that's about it for this turn. And probably for this episode. I'm doing 2 turns per episode. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.